guys, welcome back to Closet Raid. Thank you so much for watching this entire year. I can't believe we're already at the end of the year, which is insane. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Jazmin Whitley. I'm the host of Closet Raid. I'm also a wardrobe stylist. And yeah, hi. So a couple posts ago, I put up a video called Why I Feel So Fat. It was all about body image. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below so you guys can easily just find it. I would recommend watching that one first because this is kind of a follow-up to that video. I just want to share with you guys some tips that have helped me to feel better, get in a better headspace, and just motivate you guys hopefully to feel better, because a lot of you guys in the comments were saying that you felt the same way that I did, that you were going through the same things, and it's such a terrible feeling. And I just wanted to share what helped me. Maybe these things won't help you. Whatever has helped you, leave it down in the comments. Maybe it'll help someone, maybe it'll help me. But I'm just gonna get right into the video and just talk about different things that have helped me feel better about myself and just be able to love myself more and have a better outlook on body image. So let's just get right into it. The first thing that really helped me a lot sounds so silly and simple, but it's positive self-talk. I was so negative and so down on myself, like with my vocabulary. Like everything in my head was like, I can't do it, like I don't look good, like all the words that I was feeding myself every day were negative. And I think that if you turn that around and you start saying kind, loving, positive things to yourself, it changes everything. Like it sounds cliche, cheesy, like maybe like, oh, that won't help me, but it really makes a huge difference. So practicing positive self-talk, I would say even like in your journal, like if you journal, like journaling things you're grateful for, thankful for, focusing on the positive. Like there are so many negative, crappy things going on in everyone's life, in my life, and there's so many great things, and choosing to focus on the great things puts you in such a better place. And being so focused on everything that was negative was just bringing me down, obviously. Which brings me to the next thing that has helped me to feel better each day is loving myself through the journey. And like what I mean by that is like I gained weight and felt bad and like lost so much like confidence and self-esteem and felt so down on myself, but I might not be like where I want to be, but learning to love myself through it is so important. Like you can have a goal. You can have a goal to, it could be weight loss or it could be anything. It could be, you know, a certain career, job, apartment, like maybe like whatever you want, right? Like if you're telling yourself, well, I'm not gonna be happy until I lose that weight or until I get that job or until I get that new apartment or boyfriend or whatever it may be, you're never gonna be happy. Like you have to like know that you can set those goals and you can have those long-term goals, but it's okay to love yourself right in this moment. Like you don't have to wait until something happens to like be happy, because it's just time wasted, and it's also such an unhappy way to live. Like I think that a lot of my train of thought was like, oh, like I feel bad about myself, I'm not gonna be happy, I'm not gonna feel good until I lose this weight and I'm back to my like wearing my clothes that I fit into and feel confident in. And that's not the case. Like I try so hard to wake up every day and be like, I'm gonna have a good day, like I'm gonna be happy. I'm not where I wanna be, but I'm going to be there eventually. And this brings me to the next thing, which is baby steps. That's what's helped me so much, like taking tiny steps. Like I love to journal and write, so I write out my to-do list and I write like today I'm going to something so small, like be a little bit more active. Like in the beginning I could not fathom the idea of going to the gym, like just not even okay. Like so I started out with like something small, which is just take a walk. Like that was easy for me, like it didn't put pressure on me. Maybe it's too much for you, but like start out with something small, like taking a walk or maybe choosing to put good foods into your body. Like it's something that is simple, and like obviously if you eat great, you're gonna feel great. That's how I feel. Like when I eat clean, I feel so amazing. When I eat crappy, I feel so crappy. So just writing those little things, like maybe one meal of the day is gonna be super healthy and clean. Like just making like a little effort like that day. That's helped me so much, you guys, like so much. Seeking help, like whether it be a therapist or whether it be friends that love and support you and they're just so loving. I feel like that's so important. Like if it could be friends, family, boyfriend, whoever it may be, surround yourself with positive people who are not judgmental, not negative. Like if you're dealing with someone who's making you feel bad, like drop it, like drop them. They don't need to be in your life. You don't need to be around that energy, and I feel like that makes such a difference, like huge difference. So surround yourself with people who are loving, who are patient with you, and who understand what you're going through. And lastly, on the tips of things that really helped me feel better about myself and just better in general, mentally and physically, is taking a step back from social media, which it sounds crazy, but maybe you just need to drop it like for a certain amount of time, maybe like a certain amount of time per day, maybe just for a week or a month, or like, you know yourself. And I know that like in my job, I'm constantly looking at images and all of these things and being fed so much content 24/7, like all these images, all these pictures of, you know, models and clients and red carpets and all of these things, like constantly, plus just scrolling through my feed on Instagram. Like taking a step back is so healthy for your mental health and for like yourself. Like I think subconsciously, even if we're not comparing ourselves, I think it's just like in the back of our minds, like seeing other people and like what they look like and what they're doing and like all these things. I think it definitely takes a toll. And for me, in the mornings, I try not to go on social media until I start my day. So if I wake up at 7, shower, get ready, do my makeup, pick my outfit out, all that stuff, I try not to go on my phone. And a lot of people, like I've seen videos like what morning routine or like what I do throughout the day, like morning, like you know those routine videos. A lot of girls are like in bed and they're like, oh, when my alarm clock goes off, like I go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, like they go on social media first thing. I think your first part of the day should be very special. Like it should be something that you like take for yourself and get into a positive headspace, because that's what's gonna start your day. That's what's gonna like set your tone. It sets the tone for your entire day. You can like start out if you pray, maybe you can take time to like pray in the morning or meditate or just stretch or relax or journal or whatever you do to put you in a peaceful like space. I think that's so important to do. And it just helps with self-care and self-love, and like doing small things like really make a big difference. Like I was saying earlier, like baby steps, like even if it's just like putting on a face mask or giving yourself time to shower, do your hair, like do like the littlest things, like they really make a big difference. And sometimes it takes a lot of energy to do those little things when you're feeling down about yourself, but at the end of the day, they really make a big difference. And little changes each day like add up, and by the end of the week or at the end of the month or end of the year, like you're gonna see a huge change. So I hope those tips were helpful, and maybe it could just help you get into a better headspace, or at least a step in the right direction. I posted on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, like community tab. I asked you guys if you had any questions on this topic, and I'm just gonna go through and answer you guys. How do you stay motivated to lose weight and not give up on it? What motivates me to stay on track with like my weight loss is that I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy and get back into my old like self and how I felt, which is like very confident. Like I felt really strong. Like when I would go do my workouts, like I felt great. Like I just had a lot of energy and just felt really great. So I miss that, and I like want to work towards feeling like that again. So I think the reason why you want to lose weight will really help you stay motivated when you remember like, okay, I want to do it because I want to get healthy. I want to get fit. I want to eat clean for myself and like feel healthy again, because I had so many weird health issues this year, and I really feel like it was because of the crap that I was putting into my body. How can you start loving yourself and not care what others say? Because it's hard for me. This is hard. A lot of people struggle with, you know, how others view them or what other people think about them or say. And that takes a long time to work through. And I think that knowing at the end of the day that you're stuck with yourself and no one else really matters. Like, other people's opinions of you shouldn't dictate how you feel about yourself. You should know your worth, and you should know that you're awesome and great. And if someone doesn't agree or someone doesn't think so, like, cool. Like, how do you have self-love if you have acne? I dealt with acne a lot in high school. I had really, really bad skin, and I think that just taking care of your skin and loving yourself through the journey, like I talked about earlier, maybe your skin isn't how you want it to look, but you're working towards it and you're getting there. And sometimes that's out of your control. Like, your hormones can produce acne, like around your chin and like jawline and stuff. Like, I know that's hormonal. And there's just like, sometimes when I'm gonna get my period, like, I get a breakout, knowing that it's out of your control and you're doing your best to keep your skin clean and healthy, and you know, you're doing your best. Sometimes that's all you can do, and you have to kind of like accept that that's not terrible. I think you have to love yourself and know that you're so much more than just your appearance. And I haven't even talked a lot about that in the video, but knowing that you are so much more, like, I don't know why I didn't talk about that earlier in the video. Knowing you are so much more, like, you have to get to a place where you're not so focused on shallow, superficial things, and loving yourself and your different amazing qualities and abilities aside from your exterior. How to be confident. Whew, this is hard, because sometimes your confidence can be shaken by different things. Like mine was this year, like by weight gain and by just feeling down. I think when we're constantly like doubting and judging ourselves and putting ourselves down, it's really hard to be confident. But when you get to a place where you can love yourself, I think that's when you're able to feel confident and happy. How to love yourself despite the flaws. Everyone has flaws. Everybody has things that they don't like about themselves or that they feel like insecure about. And I think knowing that and embracing that is the way to deal with it. For me, at least, like, there's so many things that I feel like, oh, I'd want to change that or change this. But like, when you sit back and like realize, it sounds so cliche, but it's what makes you unique and you, I think that that's really beautiful and really, really important, because it's not cool to like look like a clone of someone else or like try to look like you. Have to just be you. And we all have flaws, and it's okay. I think we're all like perfectly imperfect, and that's what makes everybody so interesting. And I think it takes time. I think it definitely takes time, and it's like a process. How do you not let mean people get to you? I think that if someone's being mean, bullying you, hate comments, hate being like mean to you, you can block them, which is awesome. You can't really give them too much attention, and you can't give their opinions any like thought. Like, you can just shut it down. That's what I say. How do you tell yourself, I'm gonna push through these thoughts? That's really hard. Some days you can't. Some days you can't push through, and that's okay. And I think on those days when it's the hardest to even think like, I'm gonna push through, in that moment you need to know that like that isn't forever. Like, that feeling you have, like that bad feeling that you have, will not last. Tomorrow's a new day is such a huge thing for me. I always focus on that. If something's stressing me out or overwhelming me and I can't like deal, I'm like, okay, tomorrow's a new day. Like, tomorrow's a second chance, start over and to just deal with things. What's your ultimate favorite food? Even if it's not healthy, we're allowed to have a little treat from time to time. Yes, I actually really want to talk about this. Having a healthy relationship with food is so important, and I was really struggling with that this year. I was putting so much pressure in like good foods, bad foods, like don't eat this, don't eat, like so many rules and restrictions and things. And I think that right now I'm not at like my goal weight and I don't fit into like my clothes, but I'm so much happier already with like having a better relationship with food, and working towards that has been really important to me. A food that I'm obsessed with, I've been crazy for sweets lately. Like I never cared about donuts in my life, but this year I've been obsessed with donuts, and I've had pizza like a bunch of times this week. I love pizza, I love donuts, like I love junk food. Like I think it's amazing, but I also love healthy food, and I love cooking. I just really enjoy food. I wish you guys like wanted me to make cooking videos, because I would do like all kinds of recipes. How do you feel fat? You're so skinny. So this is a comment someone left in the community tab, and I feel like this is a great question, because in my original video I got a few comments from people saying like, you know what, like how dare you? And I think that anyone's feelings are valid. Like I could feel fat, and that's okay. Like I'm not saying anybody else is fat. How do I put this into words perfectly? Me thinking that I'm fat isn't thinking someone else is fat. Like I could think something negative about me, but that's not putting someone else down. And I feel like people in the comments on my original video were upset because they were like, oh, you're not even heavy. How do you like post a video like this? First of all, if anybody, whether they're small or large, and they gain weight, they're going to feel that weight that they gain. They're going to know like, oh, like starting out, if I was thin and gained weight, I gained weight. If I was heavy and I gained weight, I gained weight. So I think that that was like not, like that wasn't really called for in the comments, because everyone's feelings are valid. And if I, you know, feel a certain way and struggle with a certain thing, I should be able to share that and not be attacked for it. And I wasn't putting anybody down or saying anyone wasn't beautiful. I think girls of all shapes and sizes are gorgeous. I'm obsessed with like different body types, and I love dressing everybody, and I'm such a fan of like beauty in all aspects, like in different ways. And I don't think that one thing is, I'm just used to myself a certain way and view myself in a certain way, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's just in my head like I'm crazy, or if that makes sense. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope those tips or some of those things were helpful, and if you would like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what's helped you and how you're doing, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.